All right, we're here in San Diego, California for Harley's 2020 street offerings, including this one, which could be my favorite. It's the CVO Street Glide. The Street Glide is not only Harley's best-selling motorcycle, it's America's best-selling motorcycle. More of these things are sold in America than any other big motorcycle. It's the CVO package. CVOs in years past, they often leaned on very flashy paint schemes to grab attention. And now they're going more to a finished detailing. And if you look closely at this motorcycle from front to back, really, the finished detailing is beautiful. The metal work, the paint is, you can almost reach inside of it. You look over this thing from front to back and you think premium. Also with the CVO treatment, not the Milwaukee 8 107, not the Milwaukee 8 114. This has the Milwaukee 8 117 cubic inch motor. V-twin, of course, air-cooled, and earlier today we were thinking maybe it doesn't have that much more power than a 114. And then we did a roll-on on the highway, and this thing walked away from the 114. So even though the 114 is already meaty and juicy, this thing has more meat and more juice. So what makes it a Street Glide? It's the Batwing fairing up front, kind of iconic, and it's a stripped-down kind of touring bike, but really these Street Glides, according to Harley Davidson, these are now turned into what is a modern cruiser. It's not just a motorcycle without bags, it's now a cruiser is like a bagger. They use this for bar hopping, and with saddlebags, of course, you can take it on a weekend tour as well. So not a whole bunch of wind protection, but some wind protection. Got this really nice attractive gauge panel. Got the boom box audio, or the boom audio, boom exclamation point audio, and it does sound really good. But really, it's all about the finished detail on this bike. It costs a lot of money. It's $40,000 nearabouts, which is more than I can afford. But for those alpha riders, this is something that's going to make them stand apart from the herd of other Harleys. Harley Davidson rep was saying earlier today that the CVO customers, when they're riding in a group, you can spot them. They're the ones out front. They're leading the pack. And this CVO is going to make you stand out from the rest of the regular Harley Davidsons. So, great motor. We did a bunch of twisties today, which you wouldn't expect this would perform that well, perhaps. But its chassis is really good. It's really rigid now, and so you can crank it into the corners. And we were ripping up the canyons at a pretty good pace that probably some people out there who look at a bike like this wouldn't think that it could go that well in the corners. Ground clearance issues, of course, they're about 30 or so degree lean angle, but it's really stable when it's leaned over up to those peg dragging, floorboard dragging angles. So big power, got a great audio system, got a good chassis, got room to pack your stuff, and you've got this finished detailing that's going to make everybody who sees this wonder why their Street Glide doesn't look as good as this one. Big money, but of course, all the best things in life cost more. And this CVO Street Glide, well, it's the best Street Glide I've ever ridden.